Economics is about almost everything we do. It's about money. It's about who is rich and who is poor. And it's about jobs, what people do for a living. Economics is also about the products we buy, the food we grow and eat, and the things we make. Economics is the science of how people use resources to satisfy their needs and wants. In this program, we will look at money and its long history in economic activity. Money holds a special place in economics. Without money, the modern world, our world, would not be possible. Let's see why. A long time ago, early people had to be self-sufficient, like these Europeans during the Iron Age. Small groups or families had to hunt their own food, make their own clothing, and build their own shelter. Everyone in the community was focused on the same thing: basic survival. There were no baseball players, no computer programmers, no cab drivers, in short, no specialization. This sort of lifestyle is known in economic terms as producing and consuming the necessities. The pot this woman is making is not considered an object of art. It will be used to store and cook food. As time went on, people began to trade. The ancestors of these Native Americans may have traded food, such as corn, for pottery, or beads from a neighboring tribe. This kind of trade is called barter. Here's how barter works. Evan has a computer game that Jennifer wants. Jennifer has a CD and a book.
Do you want to trade your Jurassic Park game for a Sheryl Crow CD and a book of Charlotte's Web?
Can I see them?
Sure.
Sure. There you go.
Notice there was a double coincidence. Jennifer had what Evan wanted, a book and a CD. And Evan had what Jennifer wanted, a computer game. Let's look at another possible scenario.
Hey, Evan, do you want to trade your Jurassic Park game for a Sheryl Crow CD and a book of Charlotte's Web?
Can I see them?
Sure.
Here there is no double coincidence and no deal.
I already have this book and my CD player is broken. Besides, I really want to bike, but maybe another time.
Okay.
Bye.
The barter system did not work. Jennifer still wants the computer game, but Evan doesn't want what Jennifer has to offer. Here's how money solves the problem.
Hey, Evan, do you want to trade your Jurassic Park game for a Sheryl Crow CD and a book of Charlotte's Web?
Can I see them?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Well, how about $10 instead?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jennifer still wanted the computer game, but Evan did not want the CD and the book, but he did want the $10. Now Evan can take the $10 and add it to the money that he is saving to buy a new bike. In this last scenario, we have seen how the $10 has the two properties that define money. The first is that money must be an acceptable medium of exchange in a society. Money must be accepted by most people in a group as a medium of exchange. Evan knew that American dollars are an acceptable medium of exchange in his society. Let's look at the second defining property of money. To be money, it must also be a store of value. This means that it will not suddenly become worthless. Evan knew that the $10 would hold its value while he was saving it to buy the new bike. Let's look at the first defining property of money more closely. Suppose Sean babysits for a neighbor family.
Hi, Mrs. Matthews. She was real good.
Oh, good, Sean. So that was about 2 hours babysitting?
Yeah.
Great. Will this rock do?
The parent offers to pay him with a rock. He says no.
What, are you kidding?
Sean knows that rocks are not an acceptable medium of exchange in this society. Now, let's look at the second defining property of money more closely.
So that was about 2 hours of babysitting?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this dumbbell?
Okay.
Suppose Sean is paid with a dumbbell. Sean knows that dumbbells are not an acceptable medium of exchange. For instance, he can't buy anything at the grocery store with it. But in the past, Sean has sold used sporting goods to the second-hand store. So he figures the dumbbell has a good store of value and he can get some money for it there.
Sir, will you buy this?
No, we don't take that kind anymore.
Oh no! This kind of dumbbell is no longer a store of value. Sean should have been paid in dollars, which is both an acceptable medium of exchange and a good store of value. Let's look at some other properties money needs to have to be truly functional. The other properties of money are: it must be easily divisible, have a high value for its weight, and be difficult to counterfeit. Let's study these properties more closely. Why must money be easily divisible? Suppose we only had a $100 bill. Every time we went to the store, we would have to buy $100 worth of goods. Instead of one piece of pizza, we would need to buy 10 whole pizzas. Money must have a high value for its weight. Suppose this boulder was what could buy one pizza. Imagine how difficult it would be to carry this kind of money around. It makes a lot more sense to use something that you can put in your pocket. Money must not be counterfeitable. Let's say we used wooden discs for money. When you wanted a piece of pizza, all you would need to do is saw off a new piece of money.